Hey, sweet soul, welcome back to Conscious Lifestyle Coaching. My name is Raileigh Easterling. Today, we're talking about money and financial health, speaking to a spiritual community here, those on the conscious path. And this week, we're really going to be grounding in some very spiritual, abstract ideas and concepts often talked about on spiritual channels or wherever you are studying at this time. And specifically, I want to discuss money because I've been focused on the entrepreneur path. Conscious Lifestyle Coaching is a business, and that's how I'm able to afford to keep showing up for you every single day. So, what I hear often in this community of spiritual seekers is, we're all dreamers, very, very creative individuals, and we have these ideas of how we can change the world and bring more peace and raise the consciousness. But what happens to stop a lot of spiritual people from being successful is the topic of money. I see a lot of people who are highly spiritual perhaps denounce money or maybe not believe that we can become prosperous and be spiritual. There's this split, this dichotomy between spirituality and money, but I want to shift the perspective with you all today and affirm for myself as well that we are shifting from the paradigm of corporate pyramid schemes to more individualized, sovereign entrepreneurship. So we all have this ability within ourselves to bring a vision, a dream into manifestation in this reality. And we actually should all be focused on our individual soul missions to raise the collective mission. So we're not seeking to build businesses and have other people necessarily work under us forever, but we are building platforms and structures for people to inhabit as a community where we can focus more on the things that matter in life, such as growing food and cleaning our environment, spending time with our family, taking care of our children. So there's this issue with money and really time. So if you've been a part of my journey for a while and you've been considering exactly what your vision is and you're interested in bringing it to life, then the topic of money is going to come up. Many people cannot devote themselves to serving the soul mission because of the fear that we have to still be living in the systems in the matrix for survival. But as you continue to ascend on this path, those systems that have been in place for a while will no longer be able to hold you up anymore. Whether that's mentally, whether you absolutely cannot stand working in an industry, or for someone else, it rots you to the bone. It mentally causes you to suffer. And that's where 90% of people on earth are at right now. They still live in the concept and the consciousness that um, to live is to suffer, and therefore, if you have to make money, then you do whatever you have to do. That joy doesn't matter. Mental health does not matter. So, we are currently purging that out of the collective consciousness at this time. So, if that's you, then may these videos continue to affirm for you that yes, you can live in your creativity, but you have to be brave enough to leap paradigms. You have to be brave enough to embody what it is your soul is calling you to do and express that soul and build an entire life around it. And it's very intimidating, very challenging, especially if you are a provider, for instance, of a family. Then why should you take this risk, take this leap of faith to build a business when you might sacrifice the stability that money's coming in into more secure options, even if it causes you to mentally suffer? You can't stand the thought of causing the people you love to suffer. And that's another way that the matrix or the enemy consciousness tries to steal our joy from us. So while we respect our spiritual brothers and sisters, we want to help each other, empower each other to embrace abundance, to receive money. Um, when I was younger and just beginning this path, I also wanted to denounce the idea of money completely. I wish we were living in a world where money didn't exist and doesn't matter. And many people, are still wanting to bring that into manifestation, but we're not there yet. We still have to live here, grounded on this earth, exactly as it is right now, and not delay the soul vision because we hate how society operates. We have to change society from the inside out. So, whether you are in place, in position, in workplaces, and in systems that you honestly don't agree with on a moral point, maybe you don't even like it, but it's paying your bills. But if you're there for a reason. And now it's time for you to express your soul exactly where you are. So start expanding people's minds, start proposing new initiatives, new ideas that allow for more creative expression, for more soul. And if you've already taken the leap and you've left working the 9 to 5s you hate and you're already on the entrepreneur path, then now is the time to welcome in more abundance and to not be afraid of asking for what your services are worth. And that's the next trap that we fall into as spiritual people is the ego will start to demonize the pursuits of the soul. So you'll start feeling guilty or ashamed of being a spiritual guide for other people. And it doesn't mean that it has to be your title. Everyone is spiritual and everyone's guiding somebody if that's what we want. But for the spiritual leader, the spiritual guide, you have to eat, you have to make money. And so there are specific gifts and talents that you have beyond just speaking prophecy into people's lives. You have specific skills that can help people in their day to day life. So you have to refine and enhance what that is and allow people to receive that from you. And that's where you charge people. And that's how we build economic prosperity, not just for ourselves, but for other people. So that is why, even though I recognize myself as a prophet, an oracle, a spiritual guide, I talk about business a lot. I'm here to bring other people with me. I'm here to help other people write books, to build websites, to create specific marketing campaigns that take their clients through a specific empowering, transformative journey. I've been mentored by a lot of people, very phenomenal business leaders in this country. And I'm here to continue on the legacy of what they've shared with me and to spark it within you. Then you go on and empower other people to become free mentally, physically, emotionally. Because again, this is what we're all collectively initiating into existence on earth at this time. Again, away from pyramid schemes of the slave master consciousness, we're moving into unity consciousness. So each and every one of us has the equal opportunity to build a profitable life, a prosperous life. And yes, it may not be money for a lot of us at all, but it's going to take money, the exchange of wealth, to be wealthy. And wealth is defined in many terms. So stretch your consciousness if you're still, I don't need that. I don't want money. You want land, you want clean water, you want clothes, you need access to transportation. This is all currency related, money related, wealth related. And yes, so we can be responsible as creative entrepreneurs, as spiritual guides and spiritual leaders, but we have to ground this all and stop running from business. And I live in a capitalistic world, and I know it's a hungry monster that is never satisfied. But because we're on the conscious path, we indeed find fulfillment in not very much. We're not all out here seeking to be millionaires or the most wealthy people on the planet, but we're seeking to have enough. We're seeking to have the resources we need so that we do not live in stress and fear. And ultimately, this will come through the bridging of community. And in a community, everyone has an offering. So what is happening right now is the expansion of offerings and services and what work means here in this world 2025 and moving forward. Spiritual healing, energy healing, soul medicines are going to increasingly be sought over, be welcomed, received by the collective consciousness, by humanity. People are going to increasingly understand and perceive the need for spiritual health, in addition to mental health and physical health. So don't gaslight yourself here on this journey. You're allowed to, again, receive money and build an abundant life for yourself as a spiritual healer, spiritual guide, and entrepreneur. So, this is just to help remind you and to ground you back in that it is very logical and very rational for you to think with a business mindset and to be spiritually guided. So, if that's you, I honor your commitment to this journey. I know it's very uncomfortable because we're still in the early stages. I'm speaking to people who are at the forefront of this type of business leadership outside of churches, for example. So, church is another example where church is a business. Religion has already been tapped into the abundance consciousness. And yes, it may have been warped, but spirituality also can deserve the same respect, where we are leading communities and we want to provide for those communities when we want to keep them safe. We want to keep giving them resources. So, in order to do that, we're going to have to receive currency. So, I hope this helps. If you need help strategizing your business, bringing your vision to life through a practical journey, practical means, or if you need direct assistance from me and how you plan that out, how you write that out specifically, that is what I'm here for and what I've been at service for a couple of years on. So, if you need that support, send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Specifically, I offer free 45-minute sessions for business leaders. So if you already gotten started on your path, if you already are in motion with your business, that is who I offer that space to. Otherwise, you're always welcome to book a one-on-one coaching call with me. Think of those one-on-ones as your deposits for future partnership or future coaching programs. Anyone I've ever worked with, I stay in touch. I'm always available. They can always reach out to me, and I will always share my heart. So, that being said, feel free to stay connected on this journey. Share this video with someone else who needs a reminder that they are allowed to receive prosperity while being highly spiritual. I have a new blog that just came out. So check out consciouslifestylecoaching.com, the Conscious Lifestyle blog. I post a new blog there every week. It's another free resource for you all. And of course, I have programs upcoming in August. August 9th is the Ascension Seminar, it's a 3-hour program. So meet with other people from around the world who are journeying with you in real time. And we're going to journey together and meditate on 3 prompts that are going to help clarify what exactly it is that we are needing to commit to by spirit, by the divine at this time. So if you're still in your visionary period, still trying to hear exactly from your own soul what it is you need to be focused on, that Ascension Seminar is going to really help you, and we'll have group discussions throughout the 3-hour journey together. Following that, August 11th begins the 30-day coaching portal. So this is again for the dreamers to get accountability, get a session with me every week for 1 hour, and we follow up our sessions with handwritten spiritual guidance, conscious business advice, affirmations, journal questions, self-development worksheets, and all the support you need to continue forward and to complete 2025 on a good start with your own initiative at this time. So if that's you, please look into the programs and offerings that are available, which are always going to be in the description box below, and visit consciouslifestylecoaching.com. You can read more about me, get to know me. I have interview clips, podcast interviews, all types of testimonials for you to browse and get a feel of what your experience with me would be like. So Wishing you peace and abundance to you on your path, and I'll see you again soon. Peace and love.